Well, you are kind of on a hot streak, I guess you could say, 5-game point streak. I'm sure that feels good. So walk me through what that's been like for you.
Of course, it feels good to do score goals and do points for me. But the most important that the team wins, and we need to have a good streak now. The few games that left to have a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I know there's 6 games left. So what has been kind of the team energy in the last couple of days, like really knowing things are down to the wire and you have to be playing your best if you want the season to continue?
I feeling like everyone love the moment. We just give it our best, and then we will see what's happened. We take one game at a time and just trying to win.
And you guys just played Iowa here late last week, and then obviously you're going to take them on tomorrow as well. Does it make it difficult or easier playing a team so often in such a short amount of time because you kind of know what their strengths and weaknesses are, or what?
Yeah, of course. We know how they play, and we know how we need to play against them. So I think it makes it a little bit easier. But it's always tough to play against the same team for in such a short time. So, but it will be fun.
You have 30, or you had 30 saves on Friday. What was that like for you to be in a game like that and have to kind of be on guard so often throughout that game?
It was fun. As a goalie, you want much to do, and it was that kind of game. It was a tight game. It was kind of like a playoff game too, and I thought the guys helped me really good too. So, it was fun. I just enjoyed it.
Tell me what the team energy is like right now, knowing that you guys only have 6 games left in the regular season, and you do really have to be playing your best right now if you want to hope that the season will continue into the playoffs.
It's obviously a big difference. We have a lot of energy, and I feel like we playing every game's it's the last. It's desperate. It's playoff hockey right now, and we have to play like that. Otherwise, we don't make playoffs. So, it's one game at a time right now. But last game was good for us, and we showed that we are, we're in this, and we want to make the playoffs.
I know you guys just played the Wild here at home on Friday, and obviously you guys are going to play them again tomorrow night. Does it make it easier or harder playing a team so often in such a short amount of time because you kind of know what their strengths and weaknesses are, or you just saw them so recently? What is that like for you?
I don't know if it's easier. It can be harder sometimes too, especially when we won last time. They have home ice now, and they're gonna be pumped up to beat us again. So, makes no difference. We have to, play it like it's a new game for us, and just focus on what we can do. But it obviously helps a little bit, playing them
Cool.
last time.
You had a pretty good game on Friday and have some guys who are playing really well kind of at the time you need them to be. So what's that been like for you as their coach to really say, we need you guys to step up and we need to win these last couple games?
Well, I think there's been a little bit of a kind of a resilience factor from our group. And I think that we've had contributions not only from our guys that are expected to produce offense. I think that a lot of our players that are in kind of secondary roles and role players, I thought played very well last game. I liked our balance of all 4 lines, and I liked their contributions from all 60. And I thought Victor did a heck of a job in net. So when you have contributions from a lot of different facets, you're going to have more often than not more success than not. So
good. Well, I know he actually just said too that I asked him what Friday's game was like, having 30 saves, and he said it's kind of like being in playoff hockey. We're not officially there yet, but that's what the energy was like on the ice. Do you get that same vibe from the team as well right now?
Well, I think just the games in general, when we played Texas, who's fighting for a playoff spot, Iowa, who's fighting for a playoff spot, ourselves. I think that both teams in the recent games have been playing with a sense of desperation. And I think it's been really good hockey. I think in general, the the referees have done a pretty good job of letting the players decide the game. And I think that it's been intense, and it's a good experience whether or not we make playoffs or not. Obviously, we want to make it, but these games to get into playoffs, it's almost a playoff to get into playoffs. So very meaningful games, a lot of pressure situations. I think that a lot of our players have done a pretty good job of staying in the moment and making sure that they're not getting too distracted and thinking long term.
Good. I know you guys obviously would love to win the last 6, especially tomorrow night over Iowa. What do you tell the team tomorrow, in pre-skate and obviously getting ready to go out for that game, and not trying to put too much pressure on them, but also, making sure that they're aware, and I'm sure they are, of what the situation's like right now?
No, we realize our lot in life right now, and it's, every game it's significant. So, we can't afford to not start on time, to wait to see how the game's going to go, to react. We have to make sure that we're ready to go from the start of the game, and make sure that we're competing every shift and not taking any shifts off and giving them any hope or life. So, the whole game is predicated on mistakes, and usually the team that makes the fewer mistakes ends up winning the game. And inevitably we're going to make mistakes. It's just trying to make sure that we've got a game plan. They kind of know what we're going to do. We kind of know what they're going to do. And it's just who best executes their game plan and is ready to go.
I can't remember the exact stat because it was in the media note and I read it earlier this morning, but there's a certain number of games where even if the team you're playing has scored first, you guys have still come back and won that game. Talk to me about what that's like and what that says about your team and their grittiness and their level of being able to play through adversity.
Yeah, well, it's not a great stat when you have to come back from behind there and you're not scoring the first goal of the game. But more often than not, the first periods of games are huge, and there's statistics that are out there. And I don't know the exact numbers either, but it's something, 70 some, 80 some percent of, if you win the first period, your odds of getting at least a point or winning the game are significantly increased. So again, we've got to make sure that we're not digging ourselves a hole and being ready to play. And I think when we do that, and everyone's involved and getting involved early, and we're not playing catch up and we're not chasing the game, then we don't have to force things. We're not making mistakes. So I think you can kind of allow the game to kind of evolve, and you don't have to take chances that aren't necessarily the right plays. But, when you get down, you do have to take a little bit of chance at times.